Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Bears and the Vikings on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the Ings to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we kick off. Riley Dixon has the ball on the tee, ready to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 45. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw, Goff. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited. but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The Bears at 10-2 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields forced out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Fields. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He finds Corey Davis. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Goff now looks to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Goff. Flushed out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. He'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Fields on 3rd down. He'll get that. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way, because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. A shotgun snap for Goff. Completes it to Davis.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gone. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And that's incomplete.
These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Brought down at the 20.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Fields.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
On 2nd and 9, Goff.
He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
A give left side to Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Goff. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over.
See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Man open is Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Now Montgomery running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
To about the 26 here.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Goff.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 34. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A give to the fullback on the dive. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Here's Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Goff on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. And it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Pass interference. Defense.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Here's Goff. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Fields.
And again back to Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He gets it to Thomas. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.